Alright, so I suppose people are probably wondering why I haven't posted Modern Warfare Remastered yet, so here you go, a Modern Warfare Remastered commentary with Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. Yeah, the reason why there's no Modern Warfare Remastered gameplay in this video is because I don't like playing it. Pure and simple, I can't put it any easier way, I just don't like playing the game. I want to enjoy playing it, but thanks to the player base, I just cannot. Now, I want to talk about a comment I seen on a video quite recently that really sums up Modern Warfare Remastered for me, or at least the multiplayer portion of the game anyway, and it's a comment on one of Painkiller's videos about the game, and it was a comment from a guy called The Depths of Doom, and he's talking about the game and he's just talking about the players on it, because obviously we know they're a bunch of bitches, they play like scumbags, they all use the M16 red dot stop and power shit. And he summed it up with this comment, and he said, you know, basically the reason why you're not getting any simpler lobbies with people, you know, for the most part every lobby on this game is a fucking full sweat lobby. I wouldn't even say there's been a single YouTube friendly lobby that I've been in so far, and the reason for that is because Timmy No Thumbs and all those other guys that get the game for Christmas, they don't have the game. Because their parents aren't buying them the $80 edition, or most of the people that go off and buy a second-hand version of the game from GameStop, you can't do that because it's an incentive that comes with the $80 edition of the game. You know, when a parent goes out to buy the new Call of Duty game for Timmy No Thumbs, you know, he's not really into Call of Duty, he doesn't really follow them on Twitter or anything, he doesn't know about any of the new editions of the game, he doesn't even know that Modern Warfare Remastered is a thing, right? So he asks his parents for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare or just the next COD game, so they go off and buy him the game, but they buy the $40 edition of the game. Now you see, usually you'd have so many Christmas noobs on Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, you'd have Christmas noobs on that game, or noobs in general, because that's the base version of the game. There is no special version of it, there is no bonus game that comes with it, so you had noobs in the game. And that's why this game is so sweaty. Because the only people that are buying the game are the serious Call of Duty players. You know, the people that actively engage with COD on Twitter or YouTube. You know, the guys that follow Call of Duty on social media and know about what games are coming out, what versions are coming out. You know, the more informed Call of Duty players, we're the only people that bought this game. The noobs don't have this game, and that's why there's no really newbie lobbies or anything. I mean, sure, there is noob lobbies, but there is a way less noob lobbies in this game than there usually would have. You know, in Black Ops 3, I didn't really have much of a problem with noobs or anything on the first weekend. I would say there was quite a fair amount of them, but I wouldn't really say that there was, you know, too many sweaties or anything. You know, it's a good balance, and I like that. You know, like in these new Call of Duty games, when you've got sweaties in the lobby, you can deal with them by using any decent weapon. You know, say for example, if I come up against somebody in Black Ops 3 who's using the Vesper or the VMP or the 203 Brecci or 205 Brecci, whatever it is, anybody using those weapons, I can kill him pretty much using any gun in the game. I could kill him using a Shiva, I could kill him using an MR6 pistol or an RK5. See, that's what it's like in these games, but then you go and play COD 4 and the weapon balance is just so outdated. There's no way to contend with the power weapons, and that is the M16. The M16, as Wings of Redemption put it, is basically a sniper rifle in the assault rifle category, and that's true as fuck. The gun is an absolute laser beam, especially when you put red dot sight on, and especially when you put stop and power on. There is no way somebody can fight back against that, and that's the one thing that really does ruin every lobby that you're in this game. Because there's so many sweaties, and the only gun they want to use is the M16, which basically renders weapons like the M14 or the MP44 or the Scorpion utterly useless. The same with the Mini Uzi. They're not bad guns, they're skill-based weapons. They're not bad, skill-based, as I said. As Wings of Redemption said, pretty much. But it's true though, like the guy had a point there, and that really does sum up the game for me. You know, like, the game looks nice, I'm not gonna lie, it looks nice, it sounds nice, but then there's a couple of other glaring issues with the game, such as the fact that it runs in the Advanced Warfare engine, which means that stuff like footsteps and collaterals are like they are in Advanced Warfare, not like they were in COD 4, and I think when you're doing a remaster, the focus should be on making the game as true to the original as possible, and I get that I just said they should have nerfed the M16 and kept the game true to the original, but I think they could have done enhancements on the game. Removing footsteps and stuff like that is not an enhancement. Fucking up the collaterals is not an enhancement. And another thing that Raven have also fucked up is the kill cams. Kill cams are so fucked in this game, it's barely even a joke at this point. Like, you'll get killed sometimes and you won't get a kill cam. Why is that, Raven? Why does that happen? Oh yeah, because you're using the Advanced Warfare engine, am I right? Yes, I'm right. You know, if they just used the COD 4 engine, half of these problems wouldn't even exist in the game. Collaterals would be the exact same way they are, the footsteps would be the exact same way they are, and it'd just be so much better. And with the Advanced Warfare engine, there's a lot of lag compensation in this game that is so fucking terrible, it's laughable. Like, the lag in this game is actually insane. Like, you'll get shot round corners at times, and you think to yourself, you know what? You know what's funny, man? I don't really get shot round corners in COD 4, you know, original COD 4. And then when you play this game, you're getting shot round corners left, right and centre, and it's like, dude, come on. You know? That's a brick wall. Yeah, or that's a metal wall. I mean, I get it, that there's plenty of walls that you can shoot through that your bullets will penetrate. But, yeah, you're getting one burst M16 round fucking, like, 50 foot of concrete. Ridiculous, man. And, just because of the lobbies, man, it just makes the game so annoying to play. Like, I play this game for 10 minutes and I'm already getting pissed off. You know, and I'm not like that with any other COD game. Fair enough, there's always been a couple of COD games in particular that have annoyed me. Like, MDB2 will always hold the title of being the most infuriating Call of Duty game I've ever played. I still love it, but it infuriates me to death. And still, this game is even worse. This game is worse than MDB2. And I never even knew that was possible. You know, it's funny because I play COD 4. You know, I'm not saying that I play it every day, but I do play it regularly enough. And this game just does not feel like COD 4 to me. This feels like more like a futuristic COD. Not a futuristic COD, but, you know, say for example, if there was a COD to come out next year that is boots on the ground, that's what this game would be. Not Modern Warfare 1, just a new COD that's boots on the ground. And not a particularly good one at that. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really see myself playing this game all that much because I played the game enough back in the day, and yeah, I don't see any visible improvements in this game other than the graphics, and that's it. Yeah, sure, the game sounds better and it looks better, but really, I'd rather have a solid gaming performance than better visuals. I'm just saying, but unless it's PC, yeah, that's, you know, if it's a console game that looks slightly better, you know, I won't give a fuck. But if it's like PC where you can get like 4K and like almost 90 frames per second, I'll go for that. But, you know, this isn't really much of an improvement in my honest opinion, and yeah, it just kind of feels like a bit of a lukewarm game. And this game will fucking die. That's another thing I want to say. This game will die pretty soon, I'm certain, unless they decide to sell the game standalone, but I can tell this game's gonna die because, you know, people don't want to admit it, but the Call of Duty community are too adjusted to the futuristic games at this current moment that they can't play these games properly, you know. And you know, that sounds like such a retarded thing to say, honestly, but it's true, you know. People are that used to having jetpacks, and they're not used to the old way of playing, you know, where you had to outplay somebody in a close range gunfight. They're just used to boosting over somebody's head. And I'm not gonna lie, I do that quite a lot. Like, you'll watch my Black Ops 3 gameplay, like the one I posted the other day on CCR. You'll notice at the end of the gameplay where somebody jumps up towards me, or, you know, they run up in front of me, so I boost backwards up in the air and jump shot 'em. Yeah, like, I'll admit, I do a lot of shit like that, but I can still play the old games, and I just feel like a lot of people can't, and they're just too used to the way the new games play, like with jetpacks and stuff, that they just, yeah, they can barely even play these old games without camping non-stop. And that's what I find, a lot of people camp in this game. And when you've got campers with red dot sight M16s, it's like, fuck me, man, this is disgusting. And, you know, I'll show you a little clip here, or I'll just show you a little bit of gameplay here from this game that I played on Crash the other day. This was the best gameplay that I've got on TDM at the current moment. And you know, when I'm not in super sweat lobbies, I'm in semi-noob lobbies, and they usually end up like this. People are camping, you know, it's so quiet you can basically hear the fucking background noises of the map itself. And honestly, that's not how COD 4 played when I played it a couple of months ago. And see, here's the thing, you know, the COD games, when they're in their life cycle, people should be running around. You know, the game's a lot more energetic, people are always running around, like Advanced Warfare for example. And then when it's out of its life cycle, people aren't running around as much, you know, they're being a bit more cautious because, you know, it's just the way it is, you know, they play a little bit more reserved and slowly. And this game is just the complete opposite of that. People were always camping from the start of it, and it's like, dude, this is never how COD 4 played back in the day. I remember people used to run around on COD 4 actually. And it's like nowadays, too many people are using the M16 that has basically rendered the rushing playstyle absolutely useless. You can't rush in this game. And that's not even a joke, man. You try and rush against an M16 and tell me how it works for you. Now, I know there's going to be a couple of people that watch this video that are going to go, oh, well, I rush all the time on this game and it works perfectly fine for me. But here's the thing, man. Like, when people rush like that, well, when people camp like that, it basically renders all the SMGs useless, it basically renders all the other ARs useless. In fact, the only thing that you could really take out an M16 with is probably a fucking sniper rifle, an airstrike, or a frag grenade. That's about it. There is no, or using the M16 yourself, of course. It's like none of the other guns even compete with the M16, and it makes the game that much worse because of it. Like, you need to camp your ass off. And I don't like that, you know, I like rushing, especially in the old boots on the ground games. I rush really hard in those games, sometimes anyway, you know, you'll see a lot of rushing gameplay. And when you watch my futuristic COD gameplays, I'm a bit more defensive, unless I'm playing Advanced Warfare. I'll be a bit more defensive, like my gameplay on Black Ops 3 is a lot more defensive than my gameplay on MW2. In MW2 I'll rush around a lot, or on MW3 or Black Ops 1, whatever, and that's just the way it is, man. But this game, nah, people camp, and it's to an extreme amount, and just the game, I'm just not feeling it, man. Like, I'm sitting here, I've had to redo this commentary at least 5 times now, and I'm sitting trying to fathom why I just don't like this game, and I can't. I just don't. I don't like it, and I don't think I ever will. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's been a long courier, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know what I'll post next, but it may be an Infinite Warfare video to say the least, or a Titanfall 2 one. I'm not too sure as of yet, but it will be one of those 2 games. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.